Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are finishing up Brain versus Brawn versus Beauty. And people we got, and so I split everybody into two teams as a team swap, evil and good. On Team Evil, we have people that have shown to be evil slash devious, past, present, or future. In Golf Ball, Tito, Vexoria, Big Cheese, Mimi, Axel, Knife, Hermes, and Monster Girl. And on the good are the people who always intend well: Fluttershy, Ruby, Tristan, Hero, Momo, Amy, Mio, Garnet, and Larry. So we're down to the final 18. Let's get into his first challenge, is Tug of War. And here, I think there's one team that evil team is going to put up a pretty big fight, but in the end, the good team has Amy, which you see those rings around Amy's wrist. I found out that they are multiple. They are a few thousand pounds, so they're just pure weights, and no one on evil can really contend with that. So, yeah. So one of the first things that happens, Golf Ball gets together her allies and suggests that they try going for Mimi for basically opposing them on the former Brain team. And next, Axel and Knife decide to stick together. They have pretty much the same attitude and whatnot. And Monster Girl actually goes over to Vexoria and Tito, and the three of them actually get along pretty well. But so first up with 0 votes, Hermes, Big Cheese, Knife, Axel, Vexoria, Monster Girl, and Tito. And the person eliminated in a 5-3 vote is Golf Ball. I really didn't see much place for Golf Ball to go. So yeah. At least she survived a decently long time. Alright, but the next challenge will be math. And some stand-up people are Momo, Larry, Hero, and Hermes. But in the end, good gets another win. And right now, Big Cheese and Hermes just decided to break off their alliance because the main person that was keeping them all together has been eliminated. So neither of them see why they should proceed with the alliance. But the good people just see that Hermes and Big Cheese are on their own. So next, Big Cheese actually connects very well with Knife and Axel. And such, while Tito does not like Hermes. And then Mimi also joins Vex and Tito. So, there's time for the ceremony. If I call your name, you are safe. With 0 votes. Vex, Mimi, Monster Girl, Axel, Knife, and with 2 votes against them, Big Cheese. And then finally, in a 4-2 vote, Tito. Hermes is out this chat. This time it's Hermes that fails. And so we're fall down to 4 brain members. Dang. But next challenge is a puzzle. And here Evil is able to coordinate better. It's because they have less people, and majority of them just get along for the most part. And now for good interactions. Fluttershy, Ruby, and Tristan all happy that all 3 of them are together. While Momo just gets along very well with Amy and Garnet. While Mio is trying to get in touch with Chihiro. With Larry just being on the outskirts. But let's get to the vote. And let's get to the votes with 0 votes. Tristan, Mio, Amy, Garnet, Momo. With 1 voted, Fluttershy. Alright, Fluttershy is the next one safe. With 1 vote against them, Hero. And then finally, in a 5-3 decision, Larry is safe. Which means, sorry Ruby, you played a good game. But majority of everybody thought that she was a massive threat due to her social capabilities. Alright, this next challenge is gonna be a very basic one at that. It is one of my classics. This challenge called Know It. They just have to know as much about their team as possible. Which, I don't want to say this, but good has the advantage over evil, just because they do know a fair bit about each other. Minus Chihiro and Mio. So, alright. Now, Big Cheese, Axel, and Knife are all talking, and they figure out they have to try and flip someone from the Big Girls Alliance. So Axel goes talk to Monster Girl about flipping, while Knife goes to Vex. It was spice up the game a little bit. And while Big Cheese focuses on flipping Mimi. So, let's read the votes. With 0 votes, Big Cheese, Vexoria, Axel, Mimi, and Monster Girl. And then finally, in a 4-3 vote, Knife. I'm sorry, Tito, you're one of the better characters I could have added to the season. You've really got on some people's nerves. And you were in a majority alliance. Also, the person that flipped was Vex. So, yeah. This next challenge is a double. Again. This time, it is heat proof. They have to stay in a heated. They have to stay in a heated room for as long as possible, and it constantly just gets hotter. Some of the people that got early, Mimi, next is Chihiro, Amy, Axel, Monster Girl, Momo, Tristan, Larry, then Fluttershy. Then the final 2 on each team, Big Cheese Circus, to start acting up, so he has to leave. So it's down. Garnet versus Mio, and Knife versus Vex. But in the end, Knife just decides to give Vex the immunity for his team. And then Mimi and Garnet, Mio just drops out soon, just because Garnet is just that much better. So, yeah. Now, just Good also dropped out first, so their ceremony will be up first. So, and Tristan and Fluttershy tried going to Garnet and Momo about potentially getting rid of somebody for just being a massive challenge threat, and is a good round player in all aspects. Whereas Amy, Mio, and Chihiro are talking with Larry, trying to get him to vote with them, since he's basically been playing a free agent, which Larry does agree to. So, let's do this. Everybody walks to the ceremony. So, it's your votes against them. Chihiro, Larry, Garnet, Fluttershy, and Momo. With one vote against them, Mio. And finally, in a 4-3 vote, Amy is out. And now, good. Alright, guys, need to stretch. But now, it's Big Cheese and Mimi go to Vex, saying how the brawn outnumber anyone else, and that they should try to go for an obvious threat and somebody who just knows this game much better than everybody else does. Which Vex is kind of apprehensive about it. But Axel says that they could just try and force a deadlock. So, alright. So, first people saved with 0 votes. Vexoria. She's immune. Mimi. Axel. Monster Girl. And finally, Monster Girl 1 vote. In a 3-2 vote, Big Cheese is safe with Knife getting out. Because yes, Knife always had a big target on his back. But he was often able to manage his threat level very well. Hit that Big Cheese just decided to blindside one of the bigger threats, because they know the merge is coming soon. And now we're at the merge. Welcome, everybody here has made the merge. And with one veteran still in, it is anybody's game now. The final 12 are going to be participating in the deathmatch, but this merge will work a little differently. The first 6, the 4 people will get immunity, but they will not be able to vote. This will happen until the final 6. So, first off, let's just go ahead and the people who drop early: Axel, Chihiro, Tristan, Fluttershy, and Larry do not have any combat prowess in the slightest. The people who are more easily taken out: Mimi and Mio. And finally, the last person taking dying before immunity's given out is Momo. With Big Cheese just basically being able to brute forces his way through it, as he does have some fighting capabilities, and him also being very, very smart, he could just pick his fights and give me like that. Garnet and Monster Girl are just very scrappy and are almost always down to fight. While Vexoria, she's not called the Sun Eater for nothing. But yeah. Yep. And here, Tristan reads back up with Fluttershy and Momo to try and discuss who they should vote out. But then Mimi comes up to them saying that they should vote out Larry just because, and is asking who they're going to vote. And Mimi just brings up, just casually name drops Larry because he is a nice guy in general and is good at majority of challenges. Whereas Axel, Cheer Hero, and Mia are all just trying to figure out who to vote on their own. So, if I say your name, you are safe. Cheer Hero, Momo, Mimi, Axel, Mio, finally Tristan. Finally, in a 5-3 vote, Larry is safe. Fluttershy is eliminated. It is our merge boot. With Mimi being able to play, just having very good social skills, she just was able to blindside Fluttershy. Next challenge is trivia. So, first up, let's get off some of the more elite, less intelligent people. They are doing trivia about the past contestants. So, Axel, Vex, Monster Girl, Garnet. Well, Vex is pretty good. But next is Mimi, Cheer Hero, because she doesn't have that many good social skills. Mio, Tristan, and finally Tristan are all out, meaning Larry, Momo, Big Cheese, and Vex are once again safe from elimination. Momo is just very smart regularly, same as Larry, doing over 200 jobs at once. Big Cheese is a manager, and Vex is a VTuber, so she just needs to know how to do stuff like that, and she's very good at remembering. And so Axel goes to Monster Girl and Garnet, saying that Mimi was helping her out last round, and they should try going for a very good social threat. But Garnet was saying, if you're implying Tristan, I'm not going. Why don't we just have somebody that is just basically floating around? While Mimi, Chihiro, and Mio come together for their decision. Now, with now, all 7 of these 7 all come to the. So, let's see what we get. 0 votes. Mimi, Mio, Mimi, Axel, Garnet, and Monster Girl. And finally, in a 4-3 vote, the contestant eliminated is Hero. With Tristan just barely being saved, just because Garnet really just likes his energy. So now we are in the final 10. But this next one will be a double elimination. 2 paths. So basically, they'll have to go. They can either choose 1 or 2. There is no immunity here. And basically, the places where they're standing is who is going to what elimination. So 1 and 2. People 1. Mio, Mimi, Garnet, Monster Girl, and Momo. And people on 2, Tristan, Axel, Larry, Vex, and Big Cheese. And here they just have to vote on who they want to have immunity for the other team. So everybody pretty much unanimously just decides, as out of respect and that they just give it to Momo. Because all 5 of them just respect her as a player mostly. And that she's just never flashy and just a general good person. And whereas on 2, Mio and Mimi vote for their old teammate Big Cheese, while Garnet and Monster Girl vote for Larry. Garnet votes Tristan. Monster Girl was Larry. So just down to Momo's vote, and she actually votes Vex, meaning Big Cheese and Momo both win immunity. But let's get to the elimination. For Team 1, the people with no votes are Momo, Garnet, and Mio. And finally, in a 3-2 vote, I'm sorry, Mimi, you are eliminated. Alright, next. And now, let's get on to the next ceremony. People who are safe. Big Cheese, because he got immunity. Vex, for basically being a very faithful ally to Big Cheese. And Axel. Along with them, Axel's safe. Finally, with a 3-2 vote, Larry. Sorry, man, your time has come. Larry has been on the bottom for a good bit of the season. But he would just never be. Whereas he wasn't that strategic, a lot of people just generally liked him. So, he just stayed in. Now we're down to the final 8. 2 people have to get out for the next challenge, which is push up. They gotta hold a push-up position for as long as they can. And people who drop out early on, Billy Vex and Tristan. These two are just Vex doesn't have the legs for it, and Tristan is just a generally weak person. Next person to drop, Momo. And next is Mio. Now I need one more person to drop. And that is Big Cheese. Big Cheese could have won this challenge, but he intentionally dropped out, giving all the Brawn team, all the former people in Brawn, a chance. And now it's time for the ceremony. Zero votes. Vex, Momo, and Mio. And finally, in a 3-2 vote, Tristan. Sorry, man, it's your time to go. Tristan played a phenomenal social game, just mainly being a social butterfly, always having good allies. But everybody just saw that and just decided to take them out. So, next challenge is let's see. They have to survive a stampede for as long as possible. And these people that I think, here's the thing, Axel, Garnet, Momo, and Monster Girl wouldn't, because if they fall down, they're eliminated. Big Cheese is just strong. Vexora is fast, and Emilio is just experienced with her sword. So, the person who loses is Mio, just because Big Cheese sabotaged her with her, just so that she wouldn't be able to get immunity. and him and Vex could. Also, just saying this, Big Cheese and Vex are close allies. But Momo, pull Monster Girl to the side to try and sway her to work with them to hear and try to blindside one of the other brawns. While let's get to the votes. 0 votes. Garnet, Monster Girl, Mio, and finally in a 3-2 vote, last person eliminated for our alumni. Axel, you're safe. Momo Yaoyorozu played a phenomenal game. Phenomenal. Always been able to wriggle herself out of any situation. But here we have our alumni. And this is actually pretty crazy if you think about it. So, the next challenge is basically this will be a double elimination. Basically, they're going to be hanging. And they'll each go to their own separate elimination. And the order of which they drop, they will get there. So, first person drop, surprisingly, is Monster Girl, followed by Big Cheese, which everybody's holding on as long as they can, just so they can separate Big Cheese and Vex. And sadly, Momo does drop, and Vex goes to drop, and Garnet just drops right after. Meaning that these are the teams that they're going to elimination in. And here, I'm sorry. At this point, it's just a massive threat. I'm sorry, Monster Girl. You did very well. You just really couldn't just pull through to the end. And next up, it's Axel and Garnet try going for Big Cheese. Big Cheese has been holding on to something the entire season. The very first idol, because him and 3 other people were given it. Randy, and Boa. The other 2 are just too stubborn to play it. And the final person eliminated, and the 5th placer is Garnet. Garnet was just a way bigger threat than Axel is. So, Yep. All right. The next challenge will be called spinning top. All four are transported onto a massive top. Last person to fall off wins, and that person is Mio. And she just simply says, "My vote's on Axel." If y'all and whatnot, so. And don't even bother changing my mind. Next up, Big Cheese and Vex decide that they're just gonna vote each other. And it all just depends on Axel's vote. And so, with 0 votes, Mio. Finally, with 1 vote, Vex. And eliminated 2-1. It's Big Cheese. Big Cheese may play a very loyal game. Always almost leading every single vote he was in, and always getting out his targets by holding on to his idol correctly before the votes were read and everything. So Mio, and now time for the final 3. Basically, everybody's gonna be voting or who they think should win. So, Fluttershy votes for Vex Vex was always nice to her. Cheer Hero votes Mio. Mimi votes Mio. Larry votes Axel. That is 2 votes Mimi, 1 vote Vex, 1 vote Axel. Tristan votes for Vex. Momo votes for Mio. 3 votes Mio. 2 votes Vex, 1 vote Axel. Monster Girl votes Vex. Garnet votes Axel. 2 votes Axel. 3 votes Vex. 3 votes Mio. 1 vote left. The person who wins TSI Season 6 is Vexoria, the Sun Eater. With Mio coming in second and Axel in third. So, let me know how y'all like this down below in the comments, and I will see you all later. Bye.